I am going to sign and date.
Montgomery County will reach out to voters who have flawed ballots. They can fix the ballot by going to the Office of Voter Services by 4:30 Monday afternoon. Be informed ahead of Election Day. We've put information about the candidates in our election guide. You can also find polling place information. It's all on CBSPhiladelphia.com. Hundreds of athletes are at Villanova University this weekend for Special Olympics Pennsylvania's Fall Festival. CBS News Philadelphia reporter Marcella Bayeto was there as one athlete broke his own personal record.
For A.J. Knight, powerlifting is more than a sport.
I did a really good job.
A job well done that's giving him a sense of purpose ever since he started lifting at 15 years old. But on Saturday, the now 21-year-old proudly beat his personal best record, bench pressing nearly 145 kilograms. That's 319 pounds in front of a very supportive crowd.
Warms my heart, and I think the best part about it, he's so proud of himself.
He's just one of over 1,000 athletes representing 39 Pennsylvania counties in various sports.
We pair a lot of practices so much.
It's a weekend full of events that Knight's mom says gives her son a chance to break away from the stigma surrounding those with special needs.
Not only is he deaf in both ears, he's autistic and of course has an intellectual disability. Gives them no boundaries. They can do whatever they can do within their means.
And aside from powerlifting, one of the newer sports here at Special Olympics is flag football. And one of the freshmen we spoke to says volunteering here is incredibly important to her.
Well, because of my brother, I've definitely seen firsthand a lot of discrimination against people with disabilities. So I know when people like me come out here and support athletes, it just means so much to them.
It's a family within a family.
Support that can be seen and felt both on and off the field. At Villanova University, Marcella Bayeto, CBS News, Philadelphia.
The competition continues tomorrow, and that's when all of the athletes find out how they did in their category. There will also be a closing ceremony featuring the Philadelphia Insurance Award of Valor. Still ahead at 6, getting ready to fall back. Daylight saving time is coming to an end. How less sunlight can actually take a toll on your mental health, and ways you can keep the shorter days from getting you down. Plus, all it takes is a little luck. Meet the Drexel University student who made an incredible half-court shot and a lot of money.
Heart, hustle, home. CBS News Philadelphia. We know this community by heart. CBS News Philadelphia.
The clocks fall back tonight, and starting tomorrow, that'll mean it'll get darker earlier. CBS News correspondent Christian Benavidez reports less daylight in the afternoon can negatively impact your mental health.
When it ends,
Greg Robinson has mixed feelings about turning the clocks back, marking the end of daylight saving time. He likes that extra hour of sleep.
When I lose an hour of sunlight at the end of the day after work, I don't like that.
And neither does Alberto Parajon.
In the wintertime, it gets dark around 5 or 6. I much rather it got dark at 7.
Dr. Petros Lavonis with the American Psychiatric Association says it's not just inconvenient. The time change could affect your mental health. In a new survey, 1 in 5 Americans said they're negatively impacted by it.
This is a very, very high number of people who actually say that the change in time will give them some depression, some discomfort, some uneasiness.
According to the survey, 2/3 of adults say they notice at least one behavioral change, from sleeping more to feeling fatigued or depressed. The poll also found women are nearly twice as likely as men to say their mental health has been negatively affected by the fall time change. Dr. Lavonis warns some people may develop seasonal affective disorder.
There are also people who are going to have a more severe form of this winter blues, feeling lonely, feeling depressed. Stop having interest in the things that gave you pleasure.
He recommends spending more time outdoors, even as the daylight hours decrease. Frequent outdoor exercise and taking breaks to experience the daylight are some of the ways you can ward off those winter blues. Christian Benavidez, CBS News, Miami.
Oh, well, I think the worst part is when you get off of work at 5 and it's already dark out.
Do you do anything to kind of offset it a little bit?
I don't. You know, I remember living in Arizona and we didn't have daylight saving there. So that was beautiful. But now I guess you just have to readjust your body clock.
I try to get up a little bit earlier so I have a little bit more time of sunlight in my day. But, you know, it is also nice to sleep in sometimes when it's cold. I could be. I could be. It just depends on the day. Let's walk over to the wall, show you what's happening out there. The last sunset at this time right now. Look at the beautiful boardwalk there. We're looking at Ocean City. I believe we might also have Cape May. I'm not sure, but we'll try to see if we can get that up. I can tell you right there is Cape May and the lighthouse. It is going to be a very nice night. The clouds will start to disperse. And then again, when we go to bed tonight, make sure you go ahead and turn those clocks back an hour with daylight saving time coming to an end. This time tomorrow, it will not be this time tomorrow. Today, the sunset will be coming in at around 4:50, or tomorrow, I should say, the sunset coming in at 4:54. December 1st, it's at 4:36. And then by the 22nd, it's back to 4:39. So we have to get through the winter solstice all the way through the end of December, and then we'll start to add on some more time for that sunset. Sunrise is also a little bit earlier. All right, so there's the clouds and radar. We have high pressure to our south. We still have some clouds across the area, but we've been dry. And as we mentioned a little earlier in the newscast, this is going to be the first weekend in 9 weekends that we've actually had a completely dry weekend for Philadelphia. Might see a sprinkle or two up toward the Lehigh Valley, but that should be it. Next couple of hours, we go from 52 at 7 o'clock down to 49 at 9 o'clock. It is a chilly evening out there, kind of par for the course this time of year. So bundle up if you're headed out the door. Temperatures mainly staying in the low and middle 40s overnight, down to 41 early in the morning. All right, we got a big game tomorrow. Eagles, a lot of folks are going to be tailgating. 4:25 p.m. is the kickoff. And by the way, that means that we only have probably about 25-30 minutes of the game in sunlight, and then the sun goes down. But it's going to get to 61 degrees by about 4:25. Your high tomorrow will be in the middle 60s. So that means if you're tailgating early on into the afternoon, it's going to be absolutely gorgeous. For this time of year, not bad at all. 57 Philly, Wilmington, 56 in Allentown right now. Jersey Shore, mid to upper 50s. Atlantic City around 58 degrees. So we go to bed tonight again, clocks back. We say it all the time. Then we get up in the morning. We'll get some sunshine going and mild weather, especially by the middle of the day. Pretty nice out there. Mild all the way through the afternoon. Again, high temperatures in the middle 60s. As soon as the sun goes down early again, we'll be looking at mostly clear to partly cloudy skies. By Monday morning, a few clouds rolling in, but we stay dry for the beginning of the week ahead. And it's going to get nice and mild. 41 degrees overnight tonight, partly cloudy, not as cold. Even the winds lightening up southwest at around 5 miles per hour. Tomorrow, 65 degrees in Philadelphia, mostly sunny skies at the shore, 60, a little cooler in the Lehigh Valley, 56 degrees. Here's your 7-day forecast. No next weather alert days on there. Remember, Election Day on Tuesday, we make it to 70 degrees on Tuesday. Then by the middle of the next week, the clouds will start to increase. A chance for some rain Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Sunshine, though, returns by next weekend.
That 70 gives you no excuse not to get out and vote. Well, people were getting their hearts pumping this morning walking at Citizens Bank Park while raising money to improve the heart health of others. The American Heart Association's Heart Walk started around 8 a.m. The goal was to honor and celebrate survivors while raising life-saving funds. Many of these walkers have a personal connection to heart disease or stroke patients or are survivors themselves.
This morning has been so inspiring. We have at least 10,000 people down here today who have, really come together as a community.
The association says Heart Walk has raised nearly $1.9 million so far. That money will be used to treat heart disease and to fund potentially life-saving research. Whew. Imagine having the chance to win $10,000 and all you have to do is make a half-court shot in front of a big crowd. The Drexel University student who did just that walks us through the pressure he faced at a Dragons basketball game Thursday night.
Sakiro Kareem. I'm a freshman. So they had a booth for the half-court shot. They had free t-shirts and free pizza. So we all put our names down. They called my name, I come down. They couldn't even pronounce my name right. They said Sakiro or something, and we started going crazy. So then my palms were sweating. I'm cold, I haven't played basketball, bro. I'm cold. All that pressure, it just felt right. The ball felt comfortable in my hands. Go here, shoot it. I go crazy. Everyone comes, all the basketball team comes running up to me. It was like 6'4" dudes. They all stormed me. I was like, oh my goodness. My mom was crazy. I went and told her I won 10K. She hugged me, she was happy. And I wish I could relive it right now. Like, it's been only a day, but I wish I could relive it right now. What am I doing with the money? At first I said shoes, but then I thought it over for like a second. I was like, tuition, because I'm a college student. I need the money for school. I went home and did my CS midterm.
Gosh, I love everything about that. I love that.
How many shoes is he gonna buy with 10 grand?
Right, but the fact that he said he wishes he could relive that moment, you know who can,
that
right?
Looked awesome. Who?
Steph Curry.
Well, yeah.
He relives that moment.
Pretty much every day. That's unfair, though. I love that, though. That's great. Ahead of the Birds and the boys, here with Dak Prescott is saying about a rowdy link on Sunday and some afternoon hoops in South Philly. The Sixers taking it to the Suns. What a start for the Sixers. We'll show you next.
Heart, hustle, home. CBS News Philadelphia. Uncovering the heart behind the headline. CBS News Philadelphia. We know this community by heart. CBS News Philadelphia.
The Suns were missing some heat this afternoon in South Philly. No Bradley Beal, no Devin Booker. For the Sixers, that was no problem. Joel Embiid doing Joel Embiid things today against the Suns. The spin and one. A little rim rocker there over Drew Eubanks, and then he shows off. A little flex. Can't see what he's doing. You don't want to see what he's doing anyway. He had 26 points. Into the fourth, Sixers up 10. Tyrese Maxey, a pull-up three, 22 points, 10 assists for the birthday boy, 23 years old. So the Sixers would hold the Suns at arm's length for that final frame. And everyone getting involved. How about the Iceman Paul Reed with the finger roll? He's loving it. B-Ball Paul, a plus 13 off the bench. Kelly Oubre dropped 25. Sixers with a nice win over Phoenix, 112-100. They're now 4-1 to start the year. Rest up, Philly. Tomorrow it goes down. We've been talking about it all week. The Eagles and Cowboys go head-to-head tomorrow at the Link, a 4:25 kickoff. It'll be Hurts against Dak. That's a really good QB matchup, and Dak knows what this atmosphere is all about.
It's a good atmosphere for football, honestly. I guess you can say, having grown up in the SEC, a lot of different venues and stadiums that just you can feel it the time you get near the stadium, eat, sleep, breathe the game of football, the fans' excitement, the atmosphere, the close games, the energy. When you walk into the Philadelphia Stadium, it's no different. It feels like some of those old Saturday nights. Fans are going to get loud. You got to make sure your communication is top notch, and then and then it's fun always getting a win up there.
Last night the Flyers smashed the Sabres on the road 5-1. Tonight they return to home ice, a 7:30 start with the LA Kings. The Kings are kings of the road, 5-0 away from LA this year. College football, Temple taking on Navy. E.J. Warner back after missing 2 games with a concussion. He had himself a day at the Link. Warner to Jordan Smith. Looking like Hurts to A.J., a 22-yard strike. Owls in the driver's seat. Warner throws for 402 yards and 4 touchdowns on the day. Temple wins 32-18. They're 3-6. They will get South Florida next. Ivy League football, Penn hosting Cornell. How about Malachi Hosley? What a day. Where is he? There he is. It's Hosley. He goes 96 yards, and he will not be caught. Hosley also had a 68-yard score earlier in the game. He rushes for 261 yards. Penn wins 23-8. They're now 6-2 on the season, and we'll be right back.
Heart, hustle, home. CBS News Philadelphia. Uncovering the heart behind the headline. CBS News Philadelphia. We know this community by heart. CBS News Philadelphia.
Andrew, can we take one last look at the forecast?
We certainly can. Let's take a look outside for your Sunday Eagles. Obviously, the big game tomorrow, 4:25 kickoff. Temperature about 61 degrees, but you're going to have less than a half hour of sunlight for that game. 70 by Tuesday. That's Election Day. Nice weather. No excuse not to go out and vote. We have temperatures back into the upper 50s Wednesday, nearly 70 Thursday, some rain by the end of the week, but clearing out just in time for next weekend.
Doesn't look like a bad forecast at all.
Nope.
Well, that's all for us at 6. For Andrew, Pat, and everyone here, thanks for joining us. We're back here at 11 on CBS Philadelphia. Have a good night. We'll see you soon. From the heart of Philly, this is CBS News Philadelphia. Now at 6 as war wages